Alrighty, hello everyone and welcome back to our little hardware excursion. Since I moved off my flight stick, which had an integrated throttle, I need a new standalone throttle. And I don't want to go back to the Thrustmaster Airbus throttle. If you want to know why, check out my first video about the Velocity 1 flight stick. So I was looking for a more high-end throttle unit, and of course I came across ThrottleTech. The Airbus A320 V3 Flybox costs $1,300 and even the mini box costs $640. If you want to use other planes like the 737, you need an additional $680 for the 737 throttle. And there's a wait time of, well, last time I asked them, they told me I would have to wait 4 months. So, no. There are other companies making high-end equipment, but they are all targeted towards people building a mock-up. After a while I looked at the military market. Thanks to DCS World, higher quality military flight equipment enjoys much popularity, and I thought it's a good idea to give it a shot. My choice is the VKB STECS standard. The first thing you notice is that it's not only slightly larger than your usual Thrustmaster stuff, but also a lot heavier, at 3.5 kilograms or 7.7 pounds. For comparison, the Thrustmaster Boeing throttle weighs 0.6 kilograms or 1.3 pounds. But just because it's heavier doesn't mean you can just slam it on your desk. What is also heavy is the movement of the throttle levers. You move the entire thing before you move the levers, so you have to mount it. The second thing you notice is that there are buttons, and switches, and heads, and wheels. A lot of them. That was to be expected as it is made with mainly military usage in mind. However, I use a lot of them in my setup, which we will go through a bit later on. But the best thing about the stacks is these little plastic brackets. These are interchangeable, and in addition to the one installed in the throttle, you get 4 more along with these little metal thingies. They have different shapes and sizes, meaning heights. What you can do with these is mount them onto the plastic brackets. And now, if you look closely on the bottom of these throttle levers, there are 2 little wheels. These are hinged, and when they make contact with these metal thingies, it will offer resistance to the movement of the throttle levers. In short, we have freely configurable detents. This is how I configured mine for Airbus. Up here is the toga detent. Going over the L-shaped detent will move the throttle into flex. For the climb position, I chose the W-shaped detent. Unfortunately, this is not available in the same height as the L-shaped detents, so it's a little harder to sense. But using 2 more L-shaped detents would have cost me too much range. At the other end, at the L-shaped detent, we have idle. On the opposite side of that detent is reverse idle, and the rest of the range is for the reversers. I'm giving it a little bit of space because most airplanes want you to distinguish between reverse idle and reverse full, which again we will get to in a second. Now you have the chance to configure your own detents. Oh, you might hear that you can only configure so many detents in the VKB software, but don't worry. Other than for the initial calibration, we don't need that software at all. We do everything in the simulator, and the detents are configured by throttle positions, so we are not limited. Okay, let's jump into the simulator and I show you how I set this up. Okay, then welcome to the practical part. As you can see, it extends pretty far of the desk, so that's also due to its size and its weight. As you can see, it's very wobbly. Oh, it's a little bit wobbly, it's okay. But keep in mind, this is also, moving this requires quite, oh wow. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, I now put a piece of cloth, or it's kind of a napkin under it, so to stabilize it some more. Now it's a little bit more sturdy. It's pretty okay for the most part. Good. Then we are here at the gate in the fly-by-wire. I don't really want to make a flight, but I want to see these things here. Okay, as you can see, it's not calibrated yet, so let's start with the calibration. Okay, so you go to, I think, sim options, and then calibrate throttle detents here. Okay, now put on reversers on axis, because we want to use this as reversers. I put it here for the, now we are in idle, so set from throttle, we are in idle now. Now we go over this first detent here, and now we are in reverse idle. And again, it's important that there's a difference between these two for, as you can see, for these sims here. Then we go all the way down, go to reverse full and set from throttle. And now you can see we have -1 reverse full Oh, wait a minute, why is this -1, 1? No. Ah, now, okay. Had to move it up a little bit because it was, yeah. You can see the value here. So reverse idle is at 0.86. Idle is at 0.61, is quite a jump there. And let's go to climb. Again, I put it inside this W here. Set from throttle. And then the next one here is flex. Set from throttle. And then toga is over this last detent all the way to the top and set from throttle. So we have toga, and you can see we have different distinct positions. Save and apply. And then we should be able to see where we at. We should actually be at toga now, exactly. And if you see, if I move it over this detent now I'm exactly at flex, exactly where I want to be. There's a little bit of wiggle room here, but it's, if you don't want to look at it, if you just want to feel it, you want to have a distinct position, you want to have a resistance, so you know, okay, there I am now. So I know without looking at it, this is toga. I know this is not exactly flex, but I know this is exactly flex. And then this is exactly climb. You have all the range here between idle and climb, and then go over this. This is reverse idle, and this is reverse full, which does not work because the okay. Let's go back to the
much later.
Okay, now I figured out how this how to set this up properly with the weird reversers thing. You have to go to reset to defaults, confirm, and then you start all over again. Then you do this, then you say set from throttle, reverse idle, set from throttle, idle, set from throttle, and you see it automatically puts in a dead band here. And as you can see, it automatically puts in a dead band. So climb, going to this, set from, now it complains that it will overlaps because usually the flex is already at 50% or something like that. Flex, again, where we feel the resistance, set from throttle, and then toga all the way up, set from throttle. And we should have this, and this. Save and apply. And if we now go to, you can see we have toga at the other end. Here we should be at flex, but we are not for some reason. Okay. Yes. Climb is in the middle of the W-shaped thing here. This is idle. This is reverse idle. This is reverse full. You see now it doesn't jump up again. So you want to set this up. First do reset to defaults and then do the rest. Okay. So now we have that, and the rest as I set it up. You see this wheel here. I use this as a trim wheel. As you can see here. This is really cool because I don't have to take my hands off the throttle or the stick, or the yoke in this case, in order to do stuff with a trim wheel. I really like that. It's not really what you would do in a real aircraft. You have that on the side or something like. So this is not the correct muscle memory, but for me it's really nice to have that here. The rest, as you can see now, the speed brakes is in this position. I use this wheel for a continuous speed brake application, as you can see here. Usually I don't use the speed brakes in this fashion. So So usually I only apply it full, or I don't apply it at all. So I did put it here on this. So this is full, this is off, and since there's a button here in the middle, this is arm, and this arm. So I know exactly, this is, I have in my, in the back of my head, I have the setup ready for VR if I only can feel stuff and not see it. So I know if I'm at the left switch here, I know, okay, down is full, speed brakes, up is, and this is armed, disarmed. Same with the flaps. I said in the Bravo that I actually like the step through the flaps, so I have that on the next one here. As you can see, I don't know what I put on here. Probably nothing. Good, then trim wheel, flaps, speed brakes. Of course, this is gear up, gear down. Yeah, doesn't work now because we are not in the air, of course. So you have to always put it back to the middle position before then you can. And unfortunately, the middle position is not detected as a separate switch. That would have been great for the 737, where you have a gear up, gear down, and an off position. Unfortunately, that this middle thing is not detected as a switch here. That would be great. Maybe we can put it on this one here. But yeah. So this is what I use here. Then I use this one for the altitude, as you can see here. That works really well. By the way, they are a little bit faster than they were in the, even if you put it to 100, they are very, as you can see how quickly I can change the altitude here. And they feel very nice. They feel a lot nicer than everything that was on the Bravo or on this Boeing throttle thingy. Maybe I should, because you can press it as well, I think maybe I should change this full. But anyway, this is the speed here, of course. As you can see, this thing really is very, very quick. So you can also be, as you can see, very precise. But if you turn it fast, it will change the speed really fast, which is really nice. And this wheel here on the side, I set the altimeter to. If they are linked, then they both change. If not, it will only change the left one. But yeah, that's probably not really necessary. But if you're here and you change the altimeter, yeah, I think it's really nice to have that here. Somewhere here is the parking brake, I think. A1, A2, B5. But I thought on one of these buttons I put the release parking brake on. It would be actually useful to have one of these do that. Well, let's see. Control options. Not assigned all, and then search park brake. Toggle parking brakes. Indeed, they are not here. Let's see, scan. Select input 35. Joystick button 35. Okay. Is it? Yes. Apply and save. Go back. Resume. So now I have this here. Okay. Don't know why I didn't have that before, but yeah, as you can see, we use this, 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 we use this. No idea what that is. Don't really care. You still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buttons that we don't use, and one. This is, as you can see, it's really. It requires a lot of force to use this, so I would not really. I don't really like to put anything on there. But yeah, we have the trim wheel, we have the throttle with the correct detents. with the reversers, idle reversers. Even we can even put it to like half reverse if you want to. Like that's really cool. And yeah, I really like this flaps thingy, and the fact that I can arm and disarm the speed brake with one press of a button here. It could be a little bit that you don't have to press it so hard, but you don't disarm the speed brakes all the time or anything. It's just, you just do it once during takeoff and once during landing, and that's basically it. And afterwards, of course. Other than that, the quality again of these things here, of these dials, are really, really nice. Again, this is a limited access, by the way. You can move it up to here and not further, and in the other direction you can move it up to here and not further. So this is why I put the speed brakes on there, just in case you were thinking, because I could have probably set trim wheel on here, but I'd rather have the trim wheel on a infinite axis and not on a limited one. So yeah. All these other buttons here I don't use. There's stuff on the side. Here's one. There are two here. Don't know. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the fly-by-wire, and now we do the same for the Fenix. Okay, then now let's do the same in the Fenix. We're in the Fenix now, as you can see. There's something wrong with the external application at the moment, but we don't really need that right now. You can see everything's blocked here, but again, we just want to calibrate the throttle now. As you can see, it's not calibrated now, but now the trim wheel doesn't work at all now, because this is simulated a little bit more correctly, but the rest should, of course, work like it should. It's the same as in the fly-by-wire. The only difference is, of course, the calibration of the throttle, which does not work via the EFB here, but you go to the MDCU menu to config, and then I think to controls config here. And then you can say clear calibration, and then you can say, you can see the position at the moment. It's really easy. Don't worry. There are people who say it's really, it's super complicated. It's not. Okay, calibrate. And then they say, okay, set thrust levers to max reverse. Okay. Next step. Idle reverse. Next step. Idle. Next step. Climb. Next step. Flex. Next step. And toga. Next step. And then store calibration. And then it should be okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're in idle now. That works really good. Idle reverse. Full reverse. Climb. Flex. Toga. And that's it. That's how you calibrate it in the... This is what I meant. It doesn't matter what anyone say, how many detents you can calibrate in the VKB software. Forget the VKB software. Install it, calibrate it once, when it says the standard calibration, and then turn it off and never turn it on again. I don't care about it. Yeah, good. Then I say we hop over to explain, and then we set this thing up for the Toliss A320. Good, then welcome here to explain. Let's see if we have anything nice. Lufthansa. Okay, then let's use that and then go also to Berlin. And just for... It's usually not where the Lufthansa planes are, but that's not really that important right now. And you can see here we are asked, of course, for the joystick calibration. Device STECS modern. Okay, it detected it's okay. Yeah. Axis 1, none. No, this is throttle 1. This is throttle 2. Yeah, okay, good. Axis 0, X1. Buttons. Ach yeah, right, these are buttons. Button 11 and button 12. Okay, then let's search for trim A up. Exactly. Pitch trim A down. This is this axis. Exactly. This is speed brake. Speed brakes. Yes. Good. Then welcome to the Toliss cockpit here. We are in the A320 Neo. Good. As usual, everything is a little bit darker. Then let's start with the okay. I forgot that you have to reverse all the axes here. Reverse. Speed brakes is usually reverse as well. Done. Okay. Okay. It's actually not that bad. It's pretty close. Yeah. Okay. Good. No, that's almost perfect. Idle detent location is 0.1. Okay, 0.19. This is idle detent location. Climb detent is here. So this is 0.7. 0.72. MCT is here. This is 0.86. Okay. Safety settings. Okay, and now it should be actually okay. So we are here. We have, but unfortunately we don't have our idle reversers, but we can trigger reversers at full easily. Go back to idle, reversers at full. I don't really use. Why is this on? Okay. Well, probably accidentally hit it. So that's climb is where it's supposed to be. Flex is not where it's supposed to be. It would be better if it was here. Okay. Let's see. 0.86. You can change it live, by the way, just like that. Now it's good, but it's a completely different value. Okay. Flex is here, toga is here. Flex is, that's okay. That's good. Okay. Yeah, then let's see. This is here. Speed brakes. Retract full. And this is speed brakes. Extend full. Exactly. And then we have it the same way. And never mind then, let's use our flaps here. Up a notch. Exactly. And here flaps down a notch. Down a notch there. Okay, that should be... Yes, nice. Fantastic. CD styles, yeah, they don't have anything now. Airspeed down. And this one is airspeed. It would be good if you can somehow remember your last position. Airspeed up, exactly. Okay, and then these. This is altitude. altitude down. And this is altitude up. Ah, nice. And this is speed. Works also. Fantastic. And as you can see, there is no, the middle position is not detected because this is not a button, unfortunately. Okay, then let's gear up. Landing gear up. And this is landing gear down. Okay, again, doesn't work now, but I'm pretty sure it does. Okay, then let's use this one over there. 34, okay. Let's see if we can toggle park brake. If I can set this to either to on and this to off, maybe this works here. Off, on, indeed. Here I have the two positions. Yes. Okay, this actually should be reversed because the off is left from the on. Okay, then let's turn them around. This is lever off. This is lever on. This is cool. Okay, nice. Yeah, now we have set up everything for the Toliss. Now what we're going to do now is I'm going to put in the other bracket here, and then we're going to see how we set this up for the 737. Okay, then we are in the 737 ZIBO. Okay, now I have to remember how did this work here? I haven't used this in a while. Battery on. I think we don't even have to close this, so we have to close this. And then it should be okay. Do we have, wait. Ground service. No. Ground services here. Set shocks, GPU connect. Okay. And then we should have GPU power. Power on here. Okay. Now that should be enough for now. I just want to see everything here. Good, then let's see where this works. Very good. This works very good. And why wouldn't it? Okay, now trim wheel. Oh, this should work actually, because I can use that. Okay, that's a bit weird. Pitch trim A up, pitch trim A down. Here, maybe it's just pitch up and pitch trim down, not A or anything like that. Ah, nice. Again, I want to use this as this auto thrust. Okay, then let's see. Wait, 15 and 7. Okay, wow. Yeah, this is left, of course. This is right auto thrust disengage here. Right, where was it? Right auto throttle disengage here. This is right auto throttle disengage. This is then left auto throttle disengage here. Done. So this, nice. So there is no right here at the moment, but yes, I know. But this is important. If you land T737, you have to shortly before you retard, you have to disconnect your auto thrust, because this is not done automatically like in an Airbus. Okay, and then I want these to be the reversers here. 8 and 16. Hold thrust reverse at max 1. Exactly. This is hold thrust reverse max 2. Is that even possible to do now? No, it's not. I think this will work. We have to see in the flight. And then start with engines running here. Okay, nice. Then let's see. Yeah. Oh, nice. This is exactly the feel that it has. In reality, you just pull them up and then they come. This is really, really good. Cool. This is exactly the way I wanted that. And again, auto thrust, this arm here, perfect. So this works. Good. Okay. Then this is how we set up the ZIBO 737. Let's do the same with the PMDG in Flight Simulator. Okay, then let's see if we can do the same here. So this should work because this is part of the standard configuration. This works. This is all good. And the parking brake did not. Okay, yes, this works here. Okay. Okay, good. Throttle. Okay, this is okay. Trim wheel works. Speed brake does not work. Flaps work. Speed brake arm works. And can I now use the axis here? Ah, okay. This is pretty cool. Okay, never mind then. Trim works, flaps work, this is all good, fine by me. And then let's see if we can do the same here that we did in the PMDG, in the ZIBO. Okay. Apply and save. And now it's disconnected, exactly. And then we just need the toggle reversers. Toggle throttle reverse thrust. Hold throttle reverse thrust. Okay. Okay, it doesn't work here now because of the fact that we would have to do a complete flight and everything, but we can check that as in another plane. Good, then we are here in the A319 ACJ, and the problem is that we don't have the detents now because we cannot configure this thing in the same way that we can configure the fly-by-wire, so I would use that the same way. However, we should Okay, this is just toggle now. Okay, no, this is not what we want. Okay, then it's not toggle. Let's clear that. Then it's probably hold. Yeah, there's no other option anyway. Okay, interesting. So you have to hold this and then move it forward in order to go reverse. But I like the thing in the X-Plane better, where you can just hold it and then it would automatically go. Or all you can do is this. I don't know where the switch is that I had on the Turtle Beach, where I could just push the throttle down to the lowest position that was recognized as switch, and that would activate the reversers. And this is not existing here anymore. I can only toggle and then move the axis in the opposite direction. That's very counterintuitive. Okay, then this is what it's gonna be like. Okay, then you have to pull this and then pull it in the same direction. If I leave it, then I am suddenly at... Okay, that's very weird. Okay, now that we took care of the entire configuration of the reversing, I think maybe we should do a little flight, one that we are familiar with. Oh wait, we should have here a... Right. We're back in Cagliari, and oh, of course, it's not real time for some reason, as usual. So let's see. Okay, there seems to be a dead zone here. There's not really anything happening here. Okay, weird. Now it's a little bit. Now we have more. It's really good range, as you can see. Wow. I don't know what's going on with the pedals right now. Sorry for that. Or maybe we should put off flaps to take off position. Ah, never mind. Let's rotate. Then let's go into the green area over there. Yeah. And then let's trim. Can trim the aircraft now with this wheel here. Again, we have this rolling by itself situation that we had observed before. Very, very nice with that. Yeah, we already did the flight with the Boeing yoke and the Boeing throttle. So, yeah. Let's go. What was it? 130. And we can go like 150 and then turn left. That's probably better. Okay, trim again. Nose down. It works pretty nice, actually. Cool. You can see you are still way up here. Let's bring the throttle into the green section over there. You can control it if you see the RPM from the props. You can control it very, very nicely. there's a lot of range there, and it feels so good. That's the main thing about it, is the way this is in your hand, the way it feels. Okay, still the trimming is not very good. Okay, now it's better. Throttle back a little bit. Really nice. You can see the range from 2500 RPM to this 2300 now was like almost half. So you can really control it very, very precise due to this big range that this thing has here. Let's say let's sync. We can throttle down a bit further here. And then let's turn around and then land back at Cagliari. We're already too low in the altitude, so we have to give it a little bit more throttle now. And there's the runway. Okay. Again, let's trim it a little bit. Yes. So nice. Okay, now it's too high. Okay, wow. This is, I think, a thing from Microsoft Flight Simulator, that you permanently have to trim your aircraft like that. It cannot stay stable. But then let's bring the flaps down. 1 and 2. And then, of course, we have to trim. Yeah, that's okay. Go flaps full. Ooh, and we have to retrim again. Yeah, now it's okay. Okay, let's go a little bit slower here. Trim the aircraft. This is so nice that I don't have to take my hand off the throttle now. And the Boeing yoke is pretty good to work with one hand. Like this is a lot better than with the other yokes that I had. I only used the honeycomb, but plane just wants to sink so much. Whee! Pedals. Still a bit shaky, but okay, yeah. Again, there's no reversers here, but the thing that works really well is the trimming and the handling the throttle at the same time. To have that, like, this is really, really nice. Bring the flaps in, we can brake. Yeah, so again, I don't want to get too much into any flying, operating, or whatever that. I just want to show you how I did set it up. This throttle is absolutely stunning. The quality is better than anything you will ever see from these mass consumer products like SciTech and whatnot. It is highly configurable, so you can use it with all kinds of planes and sims, military, civil, space, whatever you like. But of course, all this has a price, and that is the price, 350 eddies. However, consider what you get in return. And again, the next step up would be the throttle tech stuff, which costs 2 to 4 times as much. And even the full Thrustmaster Airbus throttle will cost you more than 200. If you want something in that price range, I have very good news, because the STECS is also available as the STECS Mini, which just includes the actual throttle section. Should you decide later on to add all the stuff below it here, you can do that because it's also available as a separate module. And that has even more advantages. Not only is the Mini and the stem cheaper, you are also more flexible in the way you can arrange it. For example, one of the biggest disadvantages for me is the length of which it extends out of my desk. It increases the risk of injury and puts additional stress on the table mount due to the lever principle. With the 2 separate modules, I can arrange them next to one another on 2 different mounts. They are sold out at the moment, but as soon as they are available again, I will give them a shot. Now here's the biggie. Do I recommend the STECS over the Honeycomb Bravo? If you also use military sims, I think the STECS is better. However, for civil aviation, I think that the chance of buyer's remorse will be lower with the Honeycomb Bravo. It is part of the flight sim world for so long and has matured, and due to its large fan base, there is basically nothing you cannot have. Want to use it for a single engine GA? No problem. Want to control 4 engines separately, Airbus or Boeing? You got it. And that's something that the STECS cannot do. However, I just love the quality and the flexibility, and I even make very good use of the large number of buttons and switches. But again, if you are interested in getting the STECS, wait until I try the STECS Mini and the stem, which will hopefully be soon. Until then, take care and tschüss.